Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence. So keeping in line with the theme of what we've been speaking about in terms of like our unconscious brain and the things that we're intaking all the time. You know, we have 6 million bits of information that come to us at any given time, and yet our brain deletes, distorts, or generalizes all of that and really only brings to the conscious mind about 5 to 7 items, give or take 2 or 3. So today what I want to talk to you about is after we know that those things come into our brain, and then we, based on our past experiences, based on the languages that we have grown to know, all of that, we then come into who we are now, right? And understanding how we change and how we can change our emotional response to other human beings, our emotional ability to read other people. I want to back up a second and say that again. Our ability to really read other people, okay? So this is also going to be a homework assignment, just so you know. I'll get to that in just a second. But I want to introduce you to this book. This book is called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. So one of the things, there's 4 key areas here, all right? So I'm going to draw a little diagram here and the 4 key areas. So the first area that they talk about in the book is self-awareness. So self-awareness is about knowing internally, knowing yourself, and really understanding exactly where you fit in terms of everything that's going on around you, okay? The second one is self-management. How good are you at really understanding how to manage your time, manage your energy, manage your output, intaking, all of that stuff? Because that's really sometimes how we end our day, right? I'm gonna share something a little vulnerable with you. One of my biggest challenges in life is when I get tired and hungry. I know that sounds funny, but when I'm done, I'm done, and and there's not any gray area. Like everybody in my family was like, "Oh Lord, Cole's tired," or "Oh Lord, give that kid some food," right? I mean, that's just me, right? But I know I know when that's coming on, and I try to forewarn people. I'm like, it's coming, be careful, right? But that's it, right? Like I know most of the ways in which I react. Then we go over here to social awareness. If I could spell today, you know what that says. Social awareness is around you. Are you in a group of people and are you annoying, or are you a wallflower? Are you engaging and listening? How good are you at really knowing what everybody's talking about and being inclusive of others and really understanding the environment, And that's probably the 3rd time I've said that, because the one thing that you want to understand is when you understand your environment, you can capitalize on your environment. You can make more friends, you can get rid of friends, you can see who you want to be around, who you don't want to be around. Being really good about that is going to be a game changer. And last but not least is your relationship management. So relationship management talks about how, once you have your friends, how do you engage with them? How do you spend time with them? And obviously I'm generalizing these in a much more in-depth process. Now, something that's really cool about this book, and one of the reasons that I'm going to propose to you guys, get the book, take the assessment. There's an assessment at the back end. It gives you an emotional intelligence score. Okay, so let me take a huge step back, like towards the beginning. And what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is you, right? It's all 4 of these. Now, they call it EQ, right? And that probably sounds familiar because we've heard of IQ, right? So another way to think about this is EQ can be manipulated, and manipulation can be a good thing, right? Like we can change who we are based on understanding. IQ is your intelligence level. Typically, your intelligence doesn't change much after a certain point in our life, right? We have the ability to learn, but our actual intellect is capped, right? You may not know your full potential when it's capped, but you have people have their IQ set. It's set. There are certain people that just have a bigger IQ than others. That doesn't mean that they're more successful. Actually, most people in the world that are the most successful people in the world typically had a lower IQ than the people over here because they were grunts and they grinded it out. Grind it. And it wasn't much intelligence in grinding. There's not much intelligence in grit. Okay? Waking up each day, doing something new over and over. Now, emotional intelligence is understanding when to back off or increase or decrease or get another friend or add another friend or bring somebody around or don't bring them around and all that. So that's your homework for this series is get the book, take the assessment, and then email me your assessment because I would love to know exactly where you ended up. So hang in there and we'll see you on the next one.